those who have been informative of my channel know that today is the end of Pacific Rim month. So the people who are new to my channel, well, on the whole September month, I did Pacific Rim month. And on Pacific Rim month, what I did is that I put only videos of Pacific Rim. Completely. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So today is the finale of Pacific Rim month. So from all that, we're gonna celebrate. And how are we gonna celebrate? We're gonna celebrate by reviewing the movie Pacific Rim, which started everything of the the kaiju and the Pacific Rim month. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna review the movie and talk about it, and then I'm gonna say my opinion about it and the score, and then I'm gonna talk about like what Pacific Rim should have done, and also at last I will talk about what they should do for if they ever do a sequel, Pacific Rim 2. So yeah. So now we're gonna get into the review. So those people who don't like spoilers, this is a spoiler review. So if you do not want any spoilers because you want to see the DVD before because you didn't got time to see it, or maybe you don't want to hear the story about it, then skip this part. So yeah, I can go to another part of the video or just exit out the video. So this is a spoiler review. So I repeat, it's a spoiler review. Okay, so now I bet those who don't want any spoilers already left out. So anyways, now I'm going to talk about Pacific Rim. So Pacific Rim takes, so first in the movie Pacific Rim, we have a prologue, which is, it's showing, the first monster attack. And then the speech in the background where it says, the first kaiju may land in San Francisco, all that stuff. So in total we have Trespasser, which attacked San Francisco, the first one, and then it was Handan, which was in Manila. The third was Kaisef, and on the movie we actually see the bones, and that one attacked Cabo. The fourth then and then we see Karloff and Hardship, all those kaiju. Those actually appear more. There's a comic of Pacific Rim called Pacific Rim Tales from Year Zero, I think it's called like that. They explain more about the prologue part. So if you bought that comic, then good for you, because that explains more of the whole thing. So anyway, people have been trying to defeat these monsters, and the first monster actually came out in 2013, August, I forgot what day of August it was, but they called it K-Day because it was the first kaiju that appeared. And actually K is kaiju, so it's Kaiju Day. So anyways, the humans were trying to shoot them down and kill them, but they couldn't, so they had to use nuclear bombs and all that stuff so they can defeat them. But four kaiju already appeared, and they knew, us humans, we knew that this wasn't gonna stop, and we can't use any more nuclear weapons because we will end up exploding the whole entire world. We will destroy ourselves. So then that's when it says and then that's how we created the Jaeger program, and Jaeger means hunter in German. So yeah, it uses between of German, European, a mix of European and Japanese and American at the same time. So So anyways, so Jaegers are these giant robots, and no, they're not like Transformer robots. They're giant robots, and they look I gotta say better than the Transformers one. I haven't even seen any Transformers movies, but I've seen the robots and all that stuff. And I gotta say, Pacific Rim robots look better. And no, this movie is not about, the Transformers stuff. No, it's way better. So anyways, these, they created Jaegers, or robots, however you want to say them. and they're super giant, and and actually the first one was called I forgot, but that's not even part of the prologue. So anyways, all that time passed, and then we cut into this part where they introduce a character. What's it called? I think it's called Charlie Hunt. No, Relay Beckett. Yeah, Relay Beckett and his brother. They were actually called because they actually found a Category 3 kaiju in Anchorage, Alaska. So they went to go over there with the robot they control. It's Gypsy Danger. So yeah, Relay Beckett and his brother, they control Gypsy Danger. So anyways, Gypsy Danger went to that area, and then that's when they found this ship. So yeah, and the ship was, the people inside the ship were very scared because they saw the kaiju and all that stuff. So Gypsy Danger got the ship from one of the hand until the Category 3 kaiju came out of the water, dubbed Knifehead. So yeah, Knifehead. So the first kaiju that actually has a big role is Knifehead. He's a Category 3. So anyways, he was attacking Gypsy Danger, but then that's when Gypsy Danger supposedly killed him. And then that's when Relay Beckett and his brother were actually celebrating, because I think it was supposedly their 5th kaiju kill. They were like celebrating because they defeated the kaiju. But actually Knifehead did he faked the death and then came up again and actually sliced one of Gypsy Danger's arms. And then he actually destroyed part of the con pod. And if you don't know what a con pod is, I'm not sure what a con pod is either, but I think the con pod is like the head, kind of. I think. I'm not sure, I forgot. So anyways, so he destroyed part of the head, I guess. And actually, Relay Beckett's brother actually died. So yeah, and actually, before I tell more of it, actually the people that are actually controlling the Jaegers or robots, they have to use something called a neural link, and what they have to do is that both of the pilots, they have to connect their minds to control the robots, and the better they share their minds, the better they can fight. So yeah, pretty scientific stuff there. So anyways, so yeah. So then that's when Relay Beckett actually managed to defeat Knifehead finally and put the ship down. But then moments later, that's when we get into this a girl and his father or his grandpa or something, and they're trying to find medals and all that stuff. And then the girl said why don't we never find anything good? So they don't find. They're trying to find medals and all that stuff. But then that's when they actually detect something, and then that's when the grandpa or dad, whatever, said oh my god. And then that's when Gypsy Danger came and fell to the ground. Yeah, imagine if you were actually just wandering around in the snow, and then all of a sudden a big giant 250 foot tall robot just falls down right next to you. That's cool, but also pretty dangerous. So anyways, that's when Relay Beckett comes out. He comes out, and his suit is all his suit is all messed up to control the Jaeger. So then that's when they have to get help and all that stuff, and that's the end for the beginning part. So then a year later, or in the future or something, that's when Relay Beckett is actually he's actually working for the Kaiju Wall. So yeah, there's this other company or something that actually does kaiju walls. So what they do is that they just basically do a wall to not let the kaiju in. But that would be a kind of dumb idea. It seriously is a dumb idea anyways. So anyways, that's when he's working on it. But then on the television, oh yeah, I also meant to say, actually the kaiju are now winning now. So we weren't actually winning, but then the kaiju became more smarter. So then we are losing now. And now there's this place where all the dead destroyed Jaegers are at. It's called Oblivion Bay. Or something like that. Yeah, I think it's called like that. So yeah, and now there's only 3 remaining Jaegers, which are a Chinese Jaeger called Crimson Typhoon. He's a Mark 4. Strike Eureka, which is an Australian Jaeger, and that's Mark 5, the toughest one. And Cherno Alpha, and that one's Mark 1. And that's his only of his kind. Oh, and actually Gypsy Danger is a Mark 3, so you know, he's between tough, but a tiny bit weak. So anyways, what was it saying? Oh yeah, so they saw on the television that actually they actually made a kaiju one in Sydney, Australia. But actually the kaiju one was destroyed by a category 4 kaiju named Mutavore. Or some can call it Sydney or Bladehead. So yeah, it can be Sydney, Mutavore, or Bladehead, either one. But he destroys the wall. And then that's when Strike Eureka, since you know Strike Eureka is from Australia, he defends the place and you know eventually defeats the category 4 kaiju. And I'm not sure if that was the first category 4 kaiju. So yeah, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, then that's when they notice that you know that the kaiju wall might not work. So then we get into and then that's when a new character was shown, and his name is his name in the movie is called Stalker Pentecost. So yeah, he's supposed to be Idris Elba. So yeah, Stalker Pentecost is like I guess the leader of the Jaeger program, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think. So he wants new pilots and all that stuff. So he wants Relay Beckett back to you know join the Jaeger program, and he actually chose yes, he chose. So then that's when they went back and they were actually fixing Gypsy Danger. So now she's as good as new now. So anyways, that's when her well, I guess Pentecost brought Mako Mori, which is the new character, and actually this covers this relationship of both of them. It actually covers mostly in the comic, but what it actually is that Mako Mori is actually kind of like the well, actually Stalker Pentecost is the adopted Mako Mori. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but if you wanna like find out more of it, just get the comic. It's called Pacific Rim Tales from Year Zero. So anyways, yeah, so Mako Mori is there and all that stuff, and she actually wants to be in a Jaeger, or a robot, whatever. But Stalker Pentecost is saying like, no, you can't. I don't know why he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't want her to die or something. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah. So but then that's when what's the name? Relay Beckett actually wanted Mako Mori to be her co-pilot. I don't know why. Maybe they're in a, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah. But Stalker Pentecost, no, he does not. He still does not want Mako Mori to you know, be in a Jaeger and all that stuff. So then, that's when we get introduced by 2 characters. And these 2 characters are like scientists. So the first one is a scientist called Newton. He has he's like a kaiju freak. He's like a kaiju fan. He has like tattoos of kaiju and all that stuff. And then, you know, that spiky hair with those glasses. And, you know, lots of tattoos all over his body. And actually, he also said to Relay Beckett that he actually wants to see a kaiju up close. But Relay Beckett said, I don't think you want to see a kaiju that close because they can kill you. And that's actually very correct. So anyways, and then the other character is Hermann Gottlieb. Or Gottlieb, whatever. But yeah, that's a kind of weird name. I think that's from Germany, I think. I don't know. But anyways, he's a mathematician, so he's like a scientist, but he does most of the math stuff. So he uses math as his like work. So yeah, and I prefer the scientist than the math. So the mathematician guy. So anyway, so you know and actually they're both like against each other because you know scientists they actually like want to prove their ideas wrong. Like somebody said like, oh, my idea is correct, and then the other one says no, my idea is correct, like that. So yeah, they're against each other. So yeah, and then that's when so yeah, all that stuff happened, and then that's when actually it's been confirmed that actually Mako Mori and Relay Beckett, well, to be exact, Relay Beckett was, I don't know how they got there, but they're in like this room and they're playing karate or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, and then that's when it was Mako Mori's turn, and then they fought and all that stuff. I don't know, but they used like sticks and stuff. I don't know what it is. So anyways, that's when Mako Mori actually won, and that'll be very obvious since you know most movies try to do that kind of, that the females win instead of the males. So yeah, pretty cheesy there. So anyways, I don't know what was the point of that, but you know, Relay Beckett still wants that she beats her co-pilot, and actually that's when Stalker Pentecost decides, okay, fine, Mako Mori will be your co-pilot, and now she's part of Gypsy Danger now, but they cannot use Gypsy Danger yet. Okay, so then that's when now all that boring stuff already happened. Now let's get into the real action. So what happens is that, so they have a plan. So the Strike Eureka from Australia, he I think they were gonna take him to the bottom of the ocean because that's actually where the kaiju belong. So they were gonna take him to the bottom of the ocean and then go through this like portal, because actually the kaiju, like, they live in another planet, but they go through this portal for it to go into our planet. So what they're planning is that they put Strike Eureka into the other dimension or whatever, and then they put bombs on it, and then it explodes. So yeah, that's their idea. And then meanwhile, Cherno Alpha, the one from Russia, like, is guarding it, and then also the Chinese one, which is Crimson Typhoon. So yeah, they protect like the place, and then meanwhile Strike Eureka does that and all. So I think that's how it is. And then that's when 2 Category 4 kaiju appear. Well, actually 1 Category 4 kaiju appears. So yeah, the name is actually Otachi or Otaki or something. Yeah, it looks like a lizard or iguana or something. I don't know what it is supposed to be. But anyways, so anyways, that's when Crimson Typhoon went to fight the Otachi creature, the Category 4 monster, and actually, sadly, Crimson Typhoon was destroyed. So yeah, it's very sad because, oh, actually Crimson Typhoon actually has 3 arms. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But he got defeated very easily. Just, like, he looks pretty cool, and he's even a Mark IV Jaeger. He's even more powerful than Gypsy Danger, and he gets defeated like in an instant. Like, really? And Gypsy Danger actually fought that one? Well, I'll just get that later, but I wish Crimson Typhoon actually had more time in it. I wish. So anyways, that's when Cherno Alpha went to protect Crimson Typhoon. So anyways, and actually Cherno Alpha was kind of beating Otachi, but then that's when Otachi got the upper hand, because she actually, it's actually a she, I'm just saying. But anyway, she how can I say, like, vomited goo, like blue goo that actually melts metal, and actually on Cherno Alpha's face, and it was actually melting Cherno Alpha's like body. So then that's when Otachi actually was biting Cherno Alpha's arm, and then suddenly another Category 4 kaiju came out of the ocean, and that one is called Leatherback. So yeah, and that one, and then Cherno Alpha got destroyed because, like, Leatherback is like a giant gorilla. Yeah, gorilla. A giant gorilla and steroids. That's what you can call it. So anyways, he was beating Shadow Alpha, and Otachi rips the arm out of Shadow Alpha, and then that's when Shadow Alpha gets obliterated with its pilots inside. And also, I wish Shadow Alpha had a little bit more time. So anyway, that's when Striker Eureka, he went to help Shadow Alpha, but Shadow Alpha got destroyed. So then that's when Striker Eureka was fighting Otachi. So they got into a giant fight, and actually and before I continue, actually Herman Gottlieb, the mathematician, he predicted that actually 2 Category 4 kaiju were gonna appear, and he was actually right. So anyway, what was I saying? So anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So anyways, that's when Striker Eureka was actually beating Otachi like a lot. So then that's when but then what happened is that Leatherback actually came and actually used, because actually Leatherback has this weapon in his back, and it's actually like it's an electromagnetic pulse, and what it does is that it disconnects like all the the digital stuff. Like whenever there's a blackout, like the computers and the television don't work, it's like that. That's the effect. So then that's when Striker Eureka is just standing there, and then that's when the Category 4 kaiju Leatherback, he goes there and tries to beat the Striker Eureka, but then that's when the 2 pilots in there, I forgot what their names are called, but they shoot like missiles or something, I don't know, but they shoot like a bullet at Leatherback's eyes, and then that's when Leatherback gets very aggravated and he's about to kill them, but then that's when Gypsy Danger comes. So yeah, then they get into a giant fight, and then they go to the mainland, and Leatherback eventually was killed. So then that's when we go into the Newton. He is actually ordered to what he wanted to do is actually drift, but with a kaiju brain. So what he did is that he went to this place, and we get introduced by another character. His name is Hannibal Chow, and it's played by Ron Perlman. So he actually sells kaiju parts. So yeah, he sells the liver and all that stuff. And actually the kaiju have like skin mites on them, kind of like dogs have ticks, kind of like that. But he also has those too, and all the liver, the brain, and all that stuff. So then that's when Newton is all like, oh, can I borrow the second kaiju brain? Because actually the kaiju have 2 brains because they're too big to have only 1 brain. I think the other brain, I'm not sure, it's in the butt, I think, or I don't know what the other brain is at. But anyways, once they but then that's when Ron Perlman was like, no, I'm not gonna give you any. But then that's when then Ron Perlman Hannibal Chow then gives him the kaiju brain, and then that's when actually before all that happened, he actually drifted with a kaiju brain. And actually what happened on the kaiju, when he went in the kaiju brain, like he saw that there was actually he saw the world of how the kaiju lived and all that stuff, and there's actually some main aliens that actually control them, and they create clones of them. So yeah. So anyways, that's when he needed another kaiju brain. So then that's when he went to, all that stuff happened, and then that's when but actually Hannibal Chow tells Newton that actually if you drift with a kaiju brain, they know where you're at and like what you're planning. So then that's when the other kaiju, the Category 4 kaiju Otachi, the iguana one, goes and actually hunts Newton. So then that's when she actually finds him, But then that's when Gypsy Danger comes and they get into a giant fight. And Otachi is dead. So yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Otachi, what happens is that Otachi, her tail got ripped off by Gypsy Danger. But actually then she grew wings and actually took Gypsy Danger all the way to the atmosphere. And wanted to drop him or something. But then that's when Gypsy Danger used his sword and cut off Otachi's head. So yeah, and this movie is actually kind of like it's kind of gory. So yeah, that's alright. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So then that's when he cuts her head off. So then that's when he's gonna fall on the ground. But then, Gypsy Danger has this some orange thing in the middle. Well, it's actually kind of like a fan. So what he does is that he uses that fan and actually uses pressure, and he goes back to the sky and then lands perfectly. So then that's when Crimson Typhoon and Sherna Alpha were destroyed. Striker, Rika, and Gypsy Danger were deployed to actually go and go inside the portal and all that stuff to when to blow up that place, the portal forever, for no kaiju can come back again. But before that, then that's when we get a speech from Dr. Pentecost. It's like, so they were canceling the apocalypse, all that stuff. And I don't know what was the point of that. Like, really, what was the point of that? So anyways, so once they did that random speech, then that's when they go back. They go inside the water, and then that's when actually two category 4 kaiju appear, and they're like one of the strongest one. One of them is Reiju. That's the fastest swimmer ever recorded, and it's a crocodile. It's a category 4, and what it can do is that it can open his mouth, and there's another mouth inside, kind of like. I can't explain that well, but it's kind of like that. And the other one was another one called Scunner, and he kind of there's nothing that he really looks like, but his behavior is supposed to be kind of like a bull. So he's kind of like a giant lizard, kind of like a giant crocodile, except not crocodile looking, like an alien with 2 spikes around his neck. Like a ring, except it's half, it's covering its head. And yeah, that one's actually the toughest category 4. Well, I think it is. But anyway, so then that's when they got into a giant fight. But then that's when the first ever recorded category 5 kaiju came. And this one's called Slattern. And he's actually super giant. So the Jaegers are 280 feet tall. Godzilla's about 300 feet tall. I'm gonna go with the tallest Godzilla ever. So Godzilla's 300 feet tall, okay? But this Slattern, the Pacific Rim, is 596 feet tall. That's just super huge, giant. So anyways, that's and he actually kind of looks like a hammerhead shark. And he actually has 3 tails. So yeah, he's a pretty dangerous creature. So anyways, he was actually beating both of the Jaegers. So yeah, but then that's when Slattern weirdly called help from Scunner to defeat Striker Rika. But then that's when Striker Rika sadly blew up. Yeah, it blew up and killed the category 4 kaiju Scunner. But Slattern, the category 5, wasn't killed. Oh, and anyways, the other category 4 kaiju, he was killed already. He actually got stabbed. So anyways, then that's when it was just Gypsy Danger and Slattern. So then that's when eventually, and very fortunately, Gypsy Danger kills Slattern. And actually, Gypsy Danger actually has a nuclear reactor, cause actually he's like a Mark III Jaeger, and actually the old Jaegers, they have nuclear reactors. So anyways, yeah, so the pilots of Gypsy Danger, they get off, they escape Gypsy Danger before it explodes, and then that's when he enters their dimension and explodes everything with a nuclear bomb. So yeah, and that's the end for the kaiju civilization. Oh, and anyways, I forgot to mention that before all that fighting and all that stuff, Newton actually discovers, because he actually drifts with the kaiju brain a second time, he actually discovered that actually to enter the portal, you need a signature of a kaiju to enter the portal. So yeah, it's kind of like when you're trying to enter a home, and some homes have like this code or something. It's like that, except it's like a body. So yeah, and actually Gypsy Danger was gonna carry Reiju, but then actually carried Splatoon. So anyways, then that's when it was a happy ending and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty interesting that there's no like dark ending, and that's actually pretty nice. But anyway, that's all for Pacific Rim. So yeah, pretty awesome movie. I think it was pretty good, and for a modern day movie, it's pretty awesome, and we're not getting one of these for a long time. So I give this and I'm gonna score out of 5. So I give it a 5 out of 5. So yeah, what do you expect? It's an awesome movie. The only thing I have a problem with is that there were some parts which were kind of boring, like the whole thing about the Mako Mori thing and all that stuff. And then there's also some pointless stuff, like the speech. Like, what was the point of that? Was the point of that just for the trailer? That's it? Or something? I don't know. And also when the Mako Mori was like fighting with Styx, the Relay Beckett, like those were kind of pointless moments. So anyways, yeah, it's a pretty good movie, pretty good monster movie. I recommend you check it out. I actually searched like today, and there's actually still a cinema that actually has this movie still in the theaters. So yeah. But anyways, oh yeah, in October 15th, they're gonna release Pacific Rim, the DVD. So yeah, get ready for that. Put on your planners. New Pacific Rim DVD on October 15th on your planners. So anyways, on your calendars, whatever. So anyways, now I'll be talking about what I want if they ever make a sequel. So yeah, when they make a sequel. So let's see, Pacific Rim 2, imagine that. So what I would want to see is maybe see like a bunch of kaiju like at once, like maybe kind of like Destroy All Monsters, a Godzilla film, like that, like 4 monsters all together, and there's like 2 Jaegers fighting them, like that. That'll be pretty awesome. Let's see what else. Oh, and also for each Jaeger, give them like a good amount of time. Don't give them like a very short time for Pacific Rim 2. And also, let's see, everything else is pretty cool, pretty good. Maybe, and also give it like, well, the story was alright in Pacific Rim, so that was fine. So yeah, pretty cool. And actually, the only problem I had is like there was this part in the movie where like Gypsy Danger actually had a power, that power was that he has a sword, but the pilots never realized that Gypsy Danger had a sword. That's just very like silly. I don't want any silly moments like that, because like really, like they're supposed to fight giants, kaiju. Like they're supposed to fight giants, 300 foot man-eating kaiju, and they don't know like that they had a sword. Like really, they should have used that like on the knife head. They should have like killed it knife head just like that. Well, I get that you wanted to make the fight more, like, faster, but if you wanted the fights to make it more slower, then take off the sword thing. Then what do you even do that for? Like, really? So anyways, so yeah, I don't want anything of those silly moments like that, especially in a sequel. That just, oh my god, it's supposed to be better than the original one. It's not supposed to be worse, okay? So anyways, so yeah, I don't want any of those moments. What else do I want? So yeah, I want action, 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 action every time. I don't want any little boring parts or nothing like that. I think I already mentioned that, but I didn't mention it again, just in case I didn't mention it. I want action, action, action. I do not want any boring parts. I do not like. A love story is alright, but like, make it quick, fast. Do not make it like overgrown the whole entire movie. Don't like, you know, make it be more like another story than a kaiju fighting Jaeger movie. So yeah, I want action, action, action every time. Like once like the first 10 minutes come out, I want action already. Even though Pacific Rim did do that, but then it got a little bit in the boring side. And also, I also want you know, on the prologue, it was actually like well, actually, I was gonna say it was a short, but I guess our prologues are short. But I wanted those monsters in the prologues, like Karloff or Trespasser. I wanted them to have more time. Like, they barely even did anything. Like, actually in the comic, well, I guess they wanted the comic to also have something, but also, like, I want them, like, maybe they might even do, like, the future of it. And I don't want a prologue of the Pacific Rim that we saw right now. I want to see, like, it's kind of confusing, but I don't want, like, a short, like, the monsters in the prologue to have a little bit of time, because in this prologue of this movie, like, it only said, like, the first kaiju attack hit San Francisco, the second attack hit Manila, and the third hit Cabo. You know, it just said that. It didn't say, like, that, how they got killed, or who they killed, or, like, when they killed. They didn't say nothing about that. They didn't even say their names or nothing like that. And you had to search them in the computer in the internet to, have access to know what the monster's name are. So yeah, so that's all that I want to see in Pacific Rim 2. So yeah, now into other stuff. So my next video will be maybe there's actually some toys that I actually got like yesterday, so I'm gonna maybe review those. Or maybe if you check out my channel and you see, and there's this video, I think it's called Unboxing Eachman Monsters, or Eachman Monster. Yeah, that video, I might review those either in a combo or just separate. So yeah, and also thank you to all those subscribers. Now I have 31 subscribers, I think. Yeah, I have 31 subscribers, I think. So yeah, thank you very much, and hopefully I reach to 100 subscribers, and then after that you can request anything. It can be maybe it can be a toy you want me to review, a movie, or I might even do like a Godzilla-thon or Gamma-thon, or you know, something like that. But if you're gonna request like a video game, the only video game I have access to is a Godzilla game. It's called Godzilla Daikaiju Battle Royale. I can only do that one because I can't do like Godzilla Unleashed or anything like that, because I don't have any like remotes of the PS3 or, you know, Xbox, you know, all that stuff. I can't do anything like that. And the Pacific Rim game, you know, the one on the computer, weirdly it doesn't work on my computer. It says like internet failure, you know, it says something like that. I don't know why it says that, and I really want to play that game. And actually, there's also a Pacific Rim mobile game. Well, I don't have like an iPad or nothing like that. I don't even have a phone, I think. Actually, I think, yeah, I have a phone, but I don't have an iPad. So Well, I think you can. Yeah, you can't. I have like those dial. But who cares about stupid phones? But I can't play anything of that except Godzilla Daikaiju Battle Royale. That's it. Sorry to all those like Gamer fans and all that stuff, or Ultraman fans, or Pacific Rim fans, and to those Godzilla fans who want you know, the Godzilla Unleashed and Godzilla Save the Earth and all that stuff. Sorry, but that's the only thing I have access to. So yeah, that's if you're gonna request a video game. So yeah, that's it for this review and for this video. So yeah, and also on my toy reviews, I will continue actually toy reviewing on the next month. So yeah, that will be, this month, sorry. I will be continuing toy reviewing. So yeah, if you didn't care about those, well, I'm still gonna do it, even though people don't care about them. I'm still gonna do them, and maybe you might enjoy them. But anyways, so yeah, so that's it. And actually, on my fights, on my my toy fights. So Godzilla Rim, I've been thinking about it, and I'm gonna do that later. But for now, I'm gonna do something else. I was thinking of actually doing Godzilla vs. Leatherback, but because look, this is the news. Actually, you know, on one of my videos I said I think it's called Pacific Rim Series 2 toys arrival at stores and something like that. They say that it might be in the stores either the 28th to the 1st of October or something like that. Well, actually, I checked to all the stores like that are in my places, and they're gonna be released like in like 2 to 4 weeks, like in a month or two. And somebody I called, and they said they were gonna be released in our area in November 27th, I think. So yeah, like really, I can't wait that long. I want to make a movie on like October. So I might do something else. I might do a fight between Godzilla and some 2 new toys that I got yesterday from Little Tokyo. Yeah, I went vacationing to Los Angeles again. Yeah, I know, I went there before, and I got Kiryu and another monster, but this time I got 2 new other monsters. And these are from the Ultraman Gaia series. So anyways, this is about Pacific Rim, not Ultraman. So anyways, thank you to all the subscribers and all that stuff. And remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And this is the end. So this is Methlopoda signing out.